I Don't Get It
Podcast. Hey guys, we are here, the three of us together. It's feeling good. And we have Amanda Stanton coming on the podcast to talk about her new romance, or maybe not romance. Who knows? She's been seen out and about with somebody's ex.
I don't know. I'm waiting for her to tell me.
Someone out in the ethers.
Yes.
You have to stay tuned for that. What a tease.
It's like, it's all like a little bit like, ooh, you know, it's like one of those eyebrow lifting moments.
What's going on there?
So then she's going to talk about her book, of course, Now Accepting Roses. And
I want to ask her about Lauren Bushnell's wedding.
Exactly.
We're going to get all the scoop from her. But before we do, do you guys have I Don't Get It? I have I Don't Get It.
A whole list. Like, I could do an entire I Don't Get It podcast right now.
I can't wait to
classic
hear that
one.
Okay, Lauren, are you paying attention
I am
to me?
paying attention. I'm writing down track numbers, so you guys keep talking.
Okay, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but you guys know that as of late, or I don't know if you know this, in the past 3 days, I've been on 2 different dates.
What? I don't know that.
One was a second date.
I know the second date. I know the second date one.
I'm not going to go into too much detail out of respect for, because we all know these men like to swipe up these days. So.
Right.
The whole, my I don't get it is why men put pressure towards the end of a date. And this is what I mean. Let me elaborate. So I was on a second date recently, and I was conflicted. This was one of those second dates where I had a great time on the first date. The connection was great, but I wasn't over the moon, but I was like really interested by this person. So I was like, I need to go on a second date and see how I feel, just to see how this all plays out and if my feelings will completely change, you know? But I was totally into him. So we go on a second date. During the entire date, I'm feeling conflicted on the inside. I'm still conflicted, and I'm really trying to work through it. And the whole time, I'm like, Naz, put all these feelings, all these like conflicting or whatever feelings you have aside, and just really be in the moment and present, and give this the full shot it deserves, because this guy's really great.
Okay.
So I do that. Towards the end of the day, I'm still feeling like, I don't know. Like, I'm just like, I didn't know why I didn't want to stay with him longer. He obviously, invited me to hang out longer.
Like,
I didn't want to leave, but I didn't want to stay longer. And to me, that was an indication of, okay, my heart's not in this, right?
Okay. Just to play devil's advocate, I used to get like that, but it was also because like it was going really well and I wanted it to end really well. So I'd be like, okay, let's wrap this up so we can like leave it feeling good.
I think that's a great point you bring up, because I think either whatever you're feeling on the inside, you should always leave at that moment to leave people wanting more. But I was noticing that I should have wanted to stay, whether I stayed or not.
Okay.
Ashley, you're paying attention to me?
No, I am totally paying attention to you. I'm just doing a little research.
Okay, so basically, why? It's funny.
Okay. There you go, guys. Raw and in the moment.
Okay. So basically, he asked me towards the end of the date, he's like, I really like you, which I thought was so sweet, but then it's tough to not say it back, right?
Yeah.
And I did like him, so I was like, I like you too. And then he's like, I'm going to see you again, right? And like brings up like 3, 4, 5th outings.
3, 4, 5.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah. Right? Like, what do you say in that moment? And I hate when men put pressure on in person, because it's like, ask me. I prefer for men to ask later. That's my I don't get it, is I don't feel like
planning your future.
I don't feel like you should put pressure on a woman during a date, or whoever during a date, and say, am I going to see you again? Because this happened on my second date too. But let me go back. The second date that I went on with another guy. But let me go back to my whole I don't get it. So I let this, so 2 days later, I send the guy a very nice text. I let him down. I'm like, you're great. We've talked about this, like, you're not my person sort of thing. It was very nice.
Yeah.
You let this guy down?
This guy down. And he said, and he was, I didn't feel like he took it the best in the moment. And he said something that really like hurt me. And he was like, via text. And he was like, well, you shouldn't have behaved the way you did on the date. And then I started thinking about how this is my biggest I don't get it. And I was like, what are you to do if you are single and you are conflicted? I put all my feelings aside. The whole point of a second date was me trying to be all in. Like, am I supposed to act exactly how I'm feeling on the inside? So I guess my I don't get it here is, whatever you're feeling, do you just be blatantly open and honest about it right there in the moment? Or do you give something a fair shot? Do you get what I'm trying to ask?
am more concerned about what he said about your behavior. So what were you acting like?
Well, we made out a lot, and the kiss is good.
Led him on. I think he could have said, like, I felt like you led me on instead of your behavior, which sounds condescending and like a little bit misogynistic.
I do want, in his defense, he sent me another text the next day, really nice, and was saying, hey, I was at a party, like, that wasn't the time to text you. So it's all good now. Right. But I just saw it, and we're great now. I think he's so great. The whole point of this is, like, what are you supposed to do if you're conflicted on a date? Do you not... And you really are kind of liking someone. Was I not supposed to be fully in it?
If you're feeling like it, then you act upon it.
Yeah, but she wasn't sure. She was teeter-tottering. So does she like basically show conflict? Does she verbalize conflict?
I think this is why I got upset, guys, because you know how if I don't feel something, if I don't feel a spark, I won't go on a second date. But then, you know, so many of my friends and people we talked to on the podcast are like, well, people grow on you. So here I am. I'm really trying to work through all these feelings. And then I feel like it backfired and I ended up hurting someone. And
it's like you can't win either way.
That's how I felt. I felt like, what a fucking lose-lose.
Yeah.
And I've never been on the other side of this, guys. You know, I'm always like the one being let down.
Yeah.
So it actually felt really shitty. I was really sad.
I feel like you're always texting guys, I'm not your person.
Yeah, but they've never like taken it.
They're always pretty okay about it.
Yeah, because I feel like it's been a couple dates. So in this instance, I felt like, oh man, did I lead this person on?
It was only 2 days.
2 dates, you can't lead somebody on.
Yeah.
I think like if you had gone 4 dates with them and then said this and you were acting positive the entire time, then he may have like more of a right to be like, you were leading me on.
If you guys were on a date and just like me, you were going on a second date, you kind of liked him, you didn't know how you felt, you didn't know if this person was your person, how would you act on the date?
Well, I can't help myself. Back in the day, I would just be like pretty obvious about it. Like I'd be pretty disinterested.
I would have let him on.
You would go on a second date and then act disinterested?
Yeah, I've done it many times.
But then what is the point of that then?
I don't know. Like I want to. Like my soul and my brain says I want you to be on your best behavior,
right?
And I want you to like
make eye contact,
have an open mind and all that. But then like my body doesn't let me do it.
Yeah, yeah,
and I'd talk like monotone, and I'd be like, okay, like I'd be such a bitch. I'm the worst. I was the worst.
See, I can't do that. I feel so terrible, especially when I kind of liked him, you know.
So what was it? Do you want to say what it was?
What? That was it. That's
you
my
didn't
story.
like him. Why you didn't like him? What were what were the qualities?
It wasn't. There's nothing. I think he's so great. We're not on the same page. I think. On a lot I different things. Okay. I'm not going to go into detail, but just there's a lot of different things that I know.
The kiss good? Make out good?
The kiss was. That's why I was. You know, I wouldn't be able to like keep going on with the kiss if I didn't feel it. You know.
Yeah.
Anyways, what would you do, Lauren?
I would obviously
just go with
it. Yeah. Obviously, if I'm wanting to kiss you, I'm going to kiss you. I don't care if I'm thinking like 4 years in the future with you.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's a weird thing to ask of someone.
Yeah, that was my I don't get it. And I'm really curious if you guys are listening. Tell me what you think in the Facebook group or what you would do.
All right, you guys. Now, this is a funny story, and it has to do with our next sponsor, Manscaped, which, if you're not familiar, is the best in men's below-the-belt grooming. Now, Naz didn't quite realize this, that Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your man's family jewels, not his face. And then she did this.
So I received the package at home, and I don't have facial hair. So in my head, I was like, "Oh, I can gift this to someone at work."
We gave it to Jared and Jack.
Yeah, I obviously don't have a boyfriend, so I'm like, I can give this to a guy at work. So I take my Manscaped package and I bring it to. I'm like, I'm gonna make this guy's day. I give him the package, basically not knowing it's for below. What is it? Below the belt. Below the belt.
Below the line.
Below the line. And he walked up to me after, and I was like, I thought you would love this because, you have a beard. And he's like, yeah, it's not really for your beard. So,
okay. So
hope HR doesn't contact me.
It's for his balls. And they have they've revolutionized the electric trimmer for that area. They have a lawnmower 2.0 that has this advanced skin safe technology, which is very important.
It must
down
be scary
there.
to shave. I mean, I get all up in my shit, so that's a little more technical than shaving your balls. But you also have the lawnmower 3, and it comes inside the perfect package 2.0.
Yeah.
which makes for the perfect gift this holiday season. And also, they have deodorant for your balls, which is a genius idea.
Yeah, because if you put deodorant on your armpits, why wouldn't you put deodorant on
the
smelliest part of your body?
And their stuff is
Oh my God, Lauren,
weird.
you read the words right out of my mouth.
This stuff is designed so that they don't get caught and they don't get nicked down there, and that everything is smelling so good.
Oh my God, the product smells so good.
Well, make this holiday season or just a birthday or anything
Just don't give it to a coworker, maybe.
Don't give it
like
to a coworker, but make all your gift giving easy out, ladies.
Okay, Lauren. Lauren, the gifting, she's saying, is for your significant other who happens to be a man.
Or your dad. I'm just kidding.
No, okay. Get 20%
for your
off.
dad. Is that weird?
Naz, is that weird? You can get 20% off and free shipping with the code GETIT, GETIT, at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use the promo code GETIT. Naughty or nice, this is the number one gift on Santa's list, or probably your list for your man.
And your man's balls will thank you.
Hop on the trending sled today.
Oh, Amanda could be joining us.
Hello? So as I was outside waiting for Amanda to park her car, I was like thinking about your scenario. And I was thinking that if you were down to kiss him on the second date, like you were down, like, right? Like no gross out feelings, no like hesitation really.
No.
Then you weren't leading him on at all. You literally just thought about it afterward and like let it simmer.
Should we fill Amanda in?
Yeah.
Okay, so Amanda just sat down. She's here with us now, everyone. And Naz was just telling us about how she went on a date and she I guess, quote, led him on.
I didn't. So I was conflicted, right? So went on a second date. That's the whole point of a second date, right? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I kind of like him. I don't know. So basically, I go on the second date. I'm like, he's so great. Let me put all my feelings aside and just be all in and give this a real shot. And so I did. I still didn't feel it after. So I let him down. And he was like, well, you should have behaved differently on the date. And it's like, well, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to
you're supposed to say
try.
yucky the
I mean,
whole
what were you
time.
doing?
What?
What were you doing on this date that
I
made him
was just
so
making out with him.
We just think that he...
But why? That's not. But that's not bad. If I was like really.
No.
You think I
because you
shouldn't
didn't-
have?
Well, no, like you were giving it a shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Were you, and you were honest with
Oh
them
my
after.
gosh,
It
that's
wasn't
so
like,
true. One time I had a kiss and it changed everything. So there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, for the
Yeah.
positive.
Yeah,
Lauren's
for the
case.
positive. It was good. Yeah.
Yeah, you
he's
have
just
to
sad.
try.
He's upset, and so
That's
he's
it.
yeah.
Wait, but you were talking about getting mouth raped?
Oh, no. I was thinking, like, you were saying that your other date, you had another date.
Then I went on another date, and this guy
that you didn't feel our audience thinking about yet.
Yeah, so then I went on another date, and that one didn't go well either. I'm really slaying it, 2019. And he went in for a kiss at the end, gave him no vibe, Amanda, that I was into it.
That's the
and then
worst.
I literally drove home feeling harassed, and I was like, dating is so fucking hard. Because
It
I
is.
felt like someone was intruded in my personal
Right.
space.
I mean, of course they did.
I don't know how to say no if someone's tongue is in my mouth, and I should learn that.
Was his tongue in your mouth?
Well, yeah, he like just went in, and it was
like,
really
was
short.
your mouth like closed? It like slipped in.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
"Oh." I know that. I know that
that's
exact
my
feeling,
word.
and it's so bad. I went on a date recently, and it was actually really cute because it was our first date. And he asked me, he's like, is it okay if I kiss you? And I was
how
like,
do
as
you
weird
like
as that
that?
sounds, it was
Good.
actually really sweet.
Wells
and I was
did
like,
that when I was
yeah.
dating.
And then we kissed.
I think that's so great because then you can say, wait, what'd you say, Ashley?
This is so inappropriate. Is that inappropriate?
No,
now?
it's fine.
Because-
Someone's done it in your past and you
Someone
liked
said-
it.
Yeah. So
I
you
like
thought
when-
it was cute, but I think that only a suave, good-looking guy can get away with it.
It's true. And I think also, like, if you didn't want to kiss someone and they asked, can I kiss you? And you said no, that would be really awkward.
I don't think so because I think then you can say, oh, I don't really like to kiss on the first
That's
date,
the
but thank you so
True.
much. So it gives you this
And then
out.
that guy should know never to call again, you know?
Yeah. But I mean, I guess it's awkward, but it's less awkward than a guy just going for it and you not feeling it.
Right.
Yeah. Was that date happen to be with a man named Brandon Fitzpatrick?
No.
She's like, no.
I just like pulled the hot one, real fast.
Yeah,
and
way to
now
go.
the worst part's over. The worst part of the podcast.
So
is done for
you're
Amanda.
not dating him?
I'm single.
Okay, great.
Wow,
Love
man.
it.
I love it.
So do you
Yeah,
find
Amanda,
the
we're
struggle
both single.
to be as Naz's?
No, because she looks like Amanda Stanton.
To be as what?
Do you find it to be as miserable as Naz does?
Yeah, what's dating like an OC?
Like, to be honest, oh, wow. I actually like really love being single. And I feel like that's why it's hard because I'm not on dating apps or anything like that. So if I go on a date, it's usually because someone asks me out that I meet in person, or it's through friends that set us up. And I won't say no. I'll go.
Yeah, that's
But
good. That's really good.
It's hard because I'm like, well, what if I like this person? Then it's going to ruin the way, like everything that I have going right now because I'm so content being single and I don't want to risk that.
That's how you find someone when you don't want to ruin being single, you know?
Yeah.
Wait, Amanda, having known you for a couple years now, it's like really refreshing to hear you say that.
Was I before?
I don't know, just because I feel like not because you love being in a relationship, but just since I've known you,
I've always been in
you've
one.
always been in one, exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
So where did this revelation come from? Just
I
all the
think-
stuff you have going on?
Yeah, like I'm super busy. Even in my last relationship with Bobby, that I dated him for over a year, and it was like the easiest breakup. And it's not because I didn't care about him. I think it was just because I was like fine on my own. Where like in the past, I think breakups just like ruined me for a long time.
You
And
weren't
it wasn't like that
dependent
this
on
time.
Bobby.
No, like not at all. And so like since then I'm like, okay, well, I saw like a meme recently and it was like when you're 29, it's easier to get over a breakup than a hangover.
It's so
Probably
true
true.
because you're like, this isn't my person. I don't want to spend
Yeah.
the rest of my life with them, and it kind of makes more sense in a way.
And
Yeah.
hangovers are really hard.
And all of like your hormones are kind of balanced now. We're not like, 18 and our
there's
frontal
a-
lobes are developed.
Right, and
And
there's
I
a
feel
million
like-
other
yeah.
options now.
We're like more realistic at our age now than
Yeah.
we used to be at like even like 25, you know?
How do
So,
you think you got to this point?
I mean, I don't know because I still have friends too that are single and they're like, I just miss like being in love and blah blah. And I'm like, I don't really miss that. And I guess maybe it's just
You have so much freedom.
It's
You
just
can
me.
literally
I love
do anything, and you're never gonna
I
get
can do
caught
whatever-
because you're not in. you can't get caught because you're not in a relationship.
What are you doing,
No, I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like being single, there's benefits. You know, you don't
Yeah.
have to worry about literally
Anything.
worry about anyone else other than yourself.
Yeah.
and
I'm
your
not
children.
gonna lie, being single it is incredible. You can do whatever
Yes.
you want. You can fart in your sleep. You can watch whatever you want. You don't have to wait
You
for
don't have to
someone to
report
watch a
to
show.
anyone
Yeah.
whenever
can
you get
eat
home.
whatever you want. You could stay out later, stay at work later. But I don't know, especially during the holidays. I always feel it around the holidays extra hard, I think, being single, where I'm like, damn.
I can
it would
agree
be
with
so
that.
nice to have a partner right now and watch
Yeah.
Elf with.
That's true. That is true. But then you get to buy presents for your kids. Sorry, you don't have children right now. But then you get to make Christmas amazing for your kids.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Do you feel like your kids maybe fill that void in a way? Because you always have
Yeah.
them around you.
I think so too. It's nice. Like I don't really feel like I'm on a timeline because I already have kids,
Oh, that's true.
which I think
yes.
So
Yes.
that's the secret.
yeah.
Damn. I have kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a pressure
I'm-
relief.
I mean, I do want more.
Yeah.
So it's like, I guess, kind of. But if I didn't have more, I think I'd be okay. But I mean, I really do want more. But I mean, I already have two. It's not like I'm going to not, it's not like I have no kids, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So I don't have to worry about that, which
How
helps.
many more do you want? You're such a super mom.
I mean, I at least want one more, but I want two more ideally.
Do you want
How many
boys?
kids do you want, Nash?
I want two.
Two.
Yeah, I mean, unless I have two boys, and then we're gonna gender select the third girl.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's absolutely true. Our next sponsor I've been using, I'm not even kidding you, every other day for the past, well, since I got it like 2 weeks ago, because Jared and I truly eat pasta every other night.
You have been hitting up Italy so much.
I know, but I love
it.
it. It satisfies me to the utmost. And I've been using this this brand. It's called Equal Parts. And they have the best pots, pans, kitchenware, and all of that. And I've been using their pot and their strainer all the time. Do you remember that plastic strainer with the smiley faces that I used to use, Lauren?
Yes, I do.
And I kept it around forever for sentimental reasons. And yes, it is still in my cabinet, but I don't use it anymore. I use this new strainer from Equal Parts. And Equal Parts is so great because if you're moving into a new place, they send you a box, like it's a full kitchen set. You don't have to go
You
out
don't think
and
about anything.
you
Like,
don't
I
have
need
to-
I need a stir. Oh,
Yeah.
I need a strainer. Oh, I need this.
measuring cups.
Yeah.
And
it's stunning. I love the design. I love the colors. And I love that, just like you guys said, it all comes in one package. I feel like when you're adulting, getting stuff for your kitchen is kind of confusing and overwhelming. Like you can never foresee what you're going to need because you're not thinking of a million dishes in that one day, you know?
Yes.
So Equal Parts kind of does all the work for you, and it just looks so good.
yeah,
I
and their
love it.
cookware is high quality, environmentally responsible.
Cooking at home is also a great way to save money, and ordering delivery is on average 5 times more expensive than cooking at home.
Exactly. And you can add you time into your life. Because I don't know, because when I cook, I zen out. You know, it's like a nice,
It's true.
It's
It's
almost
like-
therapeutic. You
yeah.
don't have to think of anything. So, guys, if you want to get into that rhythm of the kitchen with friendly and inviting cookware, coaching, and guidance from Equal Parts, all with free shipping and free returns, all you have to do is visit equalparts.com and get 15% off any purchase with our code GETIT, GETIT. That's equalparts.com and enter our code GETIT.
Wait, Wash, what was your I don't get it this week? Did you
I
already say
have
it?
so many I don't get it's right
Okay.
now. Do you want me to save some for like a full I don't get it episode?
think
No,
Just
throw
say.
some in.
Yeah.
Okay, all
Let's
right,
liven
all right.
things
And
up
Amanda,
a bit.
if you have any, I don't get
Yeah,
it.
do you have any I don't get it's about life?
You should think of them while we do these.
Okay, I'll think of one.
And you'll be surprised if you were to make a list of I don't get it's throughout your week, how many you would come up with.
You could
Well,
almost start a
honestly,
podcast.
We literally made a podcast off of our love of complaining.
Honestly, though, Mercury is in retrograde, and
It
this
is?
week, oh god, it's
Yeah,
so bad. I'm
it's-
feeling it.
Until November 20th, everyone.
Good job.
It's
Great.
the worst.
Oh my god.
I feel like I'm sensitive to it.
No, but you know
It
what's
was just in
great? I'm
retrograde.
obsessed with astrology. Normally, we're in retrograde during the holidays, and this is like one of the first years in a long time we're not.
that's nice.
Well,
So
that's
you can
good, I
buy
guess.
things on Black Friday and sign contracts after the 20th.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Per Susan Miller.
I'm really
That's funny.
That's amazing. That I knew it was in retrograde. I just felt it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you've certainly been in retrograde.
Yeah.
It's also called not being on your meds.
Also, just being intuitive.
Okay. The first I don't get it is guitar solos. Do you know how guys? Okay, so we were at the iHeart Festival last year, and Freebird comes on, and
Okay.
Blake and Jared start like headbanging for like 10 straight minutes, and then it was over. Like, yeah, that was the most amazing experience of my life, and I was like, that sounded like pure noise to me, just noise. Nothing of that sounded good. And then like I've been watching people like in audiences, whether it's like on TV or in concerts now, and they like go wild for the guitar
Well,
solos.
what's worse than a guitar solo is a drum solo.
Oh my god, drum! See,
Yeah.
I hate drum solos.
Same.
Guitar solo depends who's holding the guitar. If John Mayer's holding it, I'm into
I
this.
was
He's like,
gonna say John
There
Mayer.
you go.
You know?
Yeah.
But that's because it's
Still
a-
boring.
Honestly,
like good, John Mayer guitar solos are orgasmic.
but it might be because it's bluesy, and like I can get behind that.
And 'cause
But
he's
like
hot.
a rock
Rather than
solo, it's like, oh my god, somebody give me earplugs.
Okay, but it's also because you don't understand music, you know? Like, not trying to sound like a, you know.
No, yeah, but I understand the talent and skill behind it. And I'm also
But you
not talking
probably
about like
don't.
a
Like, you
Hotel
don't know how
California
hard it
guitar
is
either.
to do that. So that's why it's impressive, you know?
it is an impressive thing to do on your own with your
It's
fingers.
impressive, but is it supposed to sound good to my ears?
I don't know. Not
Amanda,
everyone.
How do you feel about guitar solos?
I'm not a huge fan. I prefer like words.
Yeah. Yes. Words.
prefer
Words. Meaning.
words.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So this is a real good one, you guys. You're going to be like, wow, how have we not talked about this yet? I don't understand see-through fridges unless you are the Kardashians.
Wait, that's a thing.
See-through fridges, yes. Now you tap them and then the light goes on. You can see through them.
What?
Not
like
just that.
smart house?
No, it's like for like your fancy water bottles and like your juices and stuff to be aligned and look aesthetically pleasing from the outside.
Do you have a see-through fridge?
No,
I feel like you would.
No, I
I feel
don't.
like you could get away with it.
Yeah.
I was going to
She's
say,
about to have a sponsored one after this.
I feel like it's a great idea if you have like a really pretty fridge and everything's
Yeah.
perfect inside. My fridge actually is not like that at all.
Oh, okay.
But I can see why it'd be cool.
My OCD
Yeah,
If it's beautiful and you have like a chef and a personal shopper.
Oreos.
But for a normal person.
Lord.
Stacked
I love
Oreos.
I love a good stacked fridge. It's organized so pretty. Like whenever they would open the fridge in MTV Cribs, that was my favorite part. I'd
but
love
is
to
it
see what kind of.
feasible?
It's supposed
Is it
to-
something
No.
normal people have.
No, only no.
It's supposed to save energy, so you're not like opening the fridge and looking in there. It's supposed to so you
Really?
decide what you want before you open it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's bizarre. I mean, like, I get it, but I also don't get it.
Also, just turn a light off. You know.
Or open
Yeah.
the door. Yeah, that's weird.
or know what you're going in for. Okay. I don't get. Wow, this is great for this week. This week.
She's loving her. I don't get it this
This is
week.
great.
I don't get peppermint flavored drinks.
Yes.
I don't think like not
Like
like
hot
peppermint
chocolate.
with
Peppermint latte or a peppermint hot chocolate.
See, I feel that way about pumpkin spice.
You don't like pumpkin
see,
spice.
You don't like
I
pumpkin
think I just
spice?
like it because I'm supposed to like it. I'm a
I
Cuda.
kind of with you. I'm basic too. I'm like, no, it tastes good, Lauren.
It tastes fine, but I
love
think
that.
I'd rather a bunch of other things over that.
See, I would prefer peppermint over pumpkin spice. I think pumpkin
Really?
spice tastes like poison.
See, I don't want my drinks to taste like toothpaste. I feel like it tastes
Yeah.
like toothpaste, and I don't want to get fresh breath by drinking something. I'm so down with a gingerbread latte. Today, Dunkin' announced that they are bringing the peppermint and gingerbread latte back, but Starbucks is no longer having gingerbread lattes.
Gingerbread
So-
is an I don't get it for me.
I
I don't
love
get. Is it a bread? Is it a
gingerbread.
cookie? Is it a house? What is gingerbread? The flavor tastes
is
like
all
old people.
encompassing.
Is it trying to be pumpkin spice? What the fuck is gingerbread? As far as peppermint goes, I love it in coffee. Hate candy cans. When people are like, this is so good, I'm like, no, it's not. It's a mint.
It's
a
a mint.
free
It's a
mint,
mint.
from a
Brush your
Chinese
teeth.
restaurant.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Okay.
Um,
All right. Well, I'm sure there's lots of people out there that enjoy peppermint.
I think
flavored
I
drinks,
talked
but
about this the other week.
I don't personally get it.
Remember the other week I was talking about ginger, and I was like, "What is ginger?
Yeah,
is it the
yeah,
thing
yeah.
you get on the side of
It's
your
a
sushi,
root.
or is it the root? What is it?
The thing you get on the side of your
But then
sushi
what-
is ginger root.
so it's all the same,
Yeah, it's all the
plant.
same.
It's
Is it
all in
cooked?
them.
and it tastes
When it comes
nothing
to
like
sushi.
gingerbread.
I don't get what gingerbread.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Yeah.
you guys,
I've already said this.
do you guys know what gingerbread is?
During the episode,
No
that
one
you weren't
fucking
here
knows.
for.
Oh, you guys
My
know
partner
that?
was talking about ginger, and she's like,
Is
"The
it-
ginger is pure on the side of your sushi, and yet apparently that's the same thing in our gingerbread lattes,
But it tastes
ginger ale,
nothing like-
and gingerbread."
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah,
There's a lot of things that taste like it on its own and then taste different in other forms.
okay. I'm not going to get into it again because I already talked about it. There's nutmeg involved.
Okay. Here is. I got two more left. If we have time.
Okay.
We have time.
Yes,
Okay?
of course.
We have time.
All right.
And then it's-
well, I don't get compression socks because aren't compression socks supposed to help your feet get warm? But aren't they just cutting off your blood circulation?
I feel
aren't
attacked.
they supposed to be for diabetes?
Do you
people?
have them?
Yeah, from CVS, the $7 ones. Those
Yeah.
are the ones I
No,
wear with
those
my
are
Nike.
compression
Yeah, they are. They're
socks.
called compression
They're not
socks.
compressing your feet though.
Then why are they called compression socks?
I don't know.
Do you understand compression socks? Because they're really tight around the ankle and like the bottom leg, and yet, to me, that makes my foot even colder and makes the blood flow less.
I understand what you're saying. I'm not a doctor.
I thought compression socks, like the only time, I've never actually used them, but the only time I thought about it is if you're flying, because like your feet get
Right.
swollen. So if you
Yeah.
wear them, then it keeps your feet
Maybe
from
it keeps the
getting
blood out of your feet.
Oh, God.
Or it keeps
that
it
could
from
be it.
swelling.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it is.
From swelling. It keeps them colder. They're not
Yeah.
supposed to warm your feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's supposed to make it so your feet don't swell, so obviously get the blood out of there, and hence why your feet are cold. You have no blood in your feet.
I mean, we all think this is what it is. We don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, so you
Fuzzy
guys-
socks are to keep them warm.
Fuzzy
Yeah.
socks make my feet sweaty,
Yeah.
and it makes it cold.
Yeah.
Inversely.
The socks you get from the hospital, are those the compression socks or those just
No,
hospital
those are just
socks?
hospital
Just nice,
socks.
cozy
Oh,
ones.
cool.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm just not really like a fan of socks other than like the little slipper socks.
Me too. Yeah.
Like I can't
Really?
sleep in socks.
I only like tube socks.
I can't sleep in socks. Whatever your feet are is the temperature of your body. And when people sleep in socks, I'm like, aren't you sweating?
I can't do it.
I cannot sleep without socks on.
Really?
I
Don't they like
can't.
slide off in the night?
Crazy.
No, because I wear
No.
tube socks.
Yeah, they slide off at night.
Yeah.
And
Your
then there's like
mother's
one
daughter.
random
Yeah.
one in the bed.
Then I lose them.
Yeah.
My mom
Sometimes-
sleeps with a bra on and socks and 15 layers.
No,
Dre
of
sleeps
bra
with a
on.
bra.
She's a wacko.
No.
Keeps them high, and they're
do it?
high.
No.
Oh, okay. I was
No.
going to say, Amanda looked like she was about to say, I do.
No, I don't ever even really wear a bra. Like
Yeah, I know.
ever.
None of us
I know.
really do anymore.
I hate
So,
bras.
But mom stands by that it keeps your boobies high.
Yeah, but she
Probably
also
right. That's
didn't
why mine are
breastfeed.
saggy as fuck.
Yeah.
Our next sponsor is a sponsor that Naz loves so much, so we let her carry this one always because she's such a therapy girl, which I am so in support of. Okay,
I know
there's
you
many
are.
people close in my life that I think should be in therapy.
I love it. I just love it because deep down, I truly feel like loneliness is an epidemic. And I think even people that are surrounded by a lot of people sometimes just need someone to talk to that isn't in their lives and that won't judge them. So BetterHelp is awesome because it's basically an online service where you have access to over 3,000 U.S. licensed therapists across all 50 states. It's so convenient, especially if you're really busy. You can connect with a professional counselor in a safe and private online environment. It is so convenient. And you're able to get help on a million different things like depression, stress, anxiety, relationships, sleeping if you can't sleep, trauma, anger, if you're having conflicts with your family, grief, self-esteem, literally anything. And there's 4 different communication modes.
I like this part because I think a lot of people are like, oh, I'm shy. I don't want to like sit in an office with somebody. So then you have the option of chatting and via the computer, texting, and then you can call, which is also not a face-to-face thing. And if you are a face-to-face person, you can video chat.
Yeah, that's so true, Ashley. Like this is a text away, guys. It's so worth
Or if you
trying
have
out.
agoraphobia and you have a fear of leaving the house, you can talk to your therapist about potentially leaving the house.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Lauren. That's perfect. So it's secure, it's convenient, professional, affordable. I do want to mention that it is not a crisis line, but best of all, it's affordable. And right now,
And there's
our
financial
listeners,
aid, by the way,
Oh,
for
there
people
is?
who need that, who qualify.
Perfect. That's amazing. So, guys, for this truly affordable option, I Don't Get It listeners will get 10% off your first month with our discount code Get It. So why not get started today? Tell them where to go, guys.
Go to betterhelp.com/getit. Simply fill out a questionnaire to help them assess your needs and get matched with a counselor that you'll love. That's betterhelp.com/getit.
Did you breastfeed?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
for a year.
Oh,
For a year.
Isn't that technically how long people not are supposed to, but that's ideal?
I
is
think
a
so,
year?
but I feel like most people don't last that long. Like
Yeah.
Kins and Char were just psycho. Like they wouldn't drink out of a bottle. I had to. Like I had no choice, or they wouldn't have eaten. So I had to. But then also that's why I had to get my boobs done after.
Oh, okay. So 2
okay.
straight years of like sucking on those.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
okay.
what cup size were you then?
I
in the
mean,
day.
after so like before I had kids, it was probably like a B, and then after I had nothing. I was flat as a board.
Huh.
I don't know what happened. So people always ask like, "Oh, did your boob sag after?" And I'm like, "Well, I didn't have anything, so like it was just flat
nipple.
So I just needed like something there. So that's why I got them done.
You really did life right, man. You had the kids.
Had
You have
them young.
you're not working up against a body clock. You got your boobs done.
That's why I always
Damn.
thought I'd just have an accident, basically. Like when I'd be 15, I'd have like a kid. I'd be like thriving.
She was
Yeah.
married though, so it's different. Like,
I know. I just always thought that I'd have one.
no, Lauren.
early.
never wanted. There was not a boyfriend that I wanted you to have an accident baby with.
I don't know. I got an interesting proposition today from my first original Mr. Big.
Oh, really?
Yes, he wants to have children.
He texted you.
Yes.
No
you want to
way.
know why? So is it an ex of yours?
Yeah.
So when Mercury's in retrograde, all the exes come back. Everyone from your past.
Yeah.
fucking
Wait, did
called
you
it.
Six of them.
There's
Oh yeah,
6 of
my
them.
exes are coming up too.
Wait, that's so
and it's because of
crazy.
Mercury. You're not supposed to respond.
My first boyfriend ever just called me while we were sitting here.
Yeah,
So weird.
It's Mercury.
And I was telling her how I was talking
Yeah.
to a couple guys from the past too recently. That's wild.
Yeah.
Oh my! You're not supposed to respond because it's all
No.
going to end at the end of retrograde.
It's like things from your past come back. But like because Mercury, when it's in retrograde, like it messes everyone up. And it's like actually for me, it's always been a really bad thing. And so this time I was super scared about it because I just always have bad experiences with
Yeah.
it. And so I Googled it and there's ways you can make it positive, but it says like it's supposed to be like a test. So like when people come back from your past, like you're not supposed to make any big decisions, no big purchases, all of that.
No
And
contract.
you're like not supposed to like engage with things from your past because it's going to mess up your future.
Holy shit!
So you
that's
haven't?
funny.
You like haven't responded to
Dodging
any of
them all.
I can't ghost people.
I can't either.
Yeah, I can't not
That's
respond.
why. Yeah. Okay.
I'm too nice.
Did you respond to him? What'd you say?
Not to the baby proposition.
not yet. Anyway.
Does he specifically want your children or just more children?
Oh, he already has kids.
He already has one. Let me read it.
So he just
I'm
wants
gonna-
your genes.
I'm just going to be transparent.
Oh, if only Lauren a decade and a half ago knew this.
Oh, I know. Okay, so he said...
I know. Isn't it funny when guys come back and you're like, oh, I was so into you. And then you read a text and you're like, if only I had read this years prior.
They always come back.
Yeah.
So I like the
Always.
picture...
Didn't.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, but
Well,
no one I
have.
really cared about.
Yeah.
I like the
Mine
picture.
died.
He
Mine
goes,
don't come back.
They died. No, they'll come back.
I
Okay.
like to pretend they died. R.I.P.
So I like the picture. He goes, "It's all yours, wife." Okay. And then I hearted that message. And then he goes, "I'm serious, by the way. Now that we're older, we could be cute."
I'm serious, by the way. He's like, yo, I was kidding about the picture, but low-key, here's my life proposition.
He goes, "You know I will give you the most beautiful kids if you want them." That's all.
Did you respond?
I didn't respond.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's aggressive.
So I know.
You left him on red, though. I mean, I really feel like his ego gets so bruised when you.
Yeah,
don't.
but has he ever gone away?
No,
No.
it's true.
So
Okay, so I have one more. I don't get it, and that is something that we've already I don't get it before.
I don't get it.
And today I was just cursing myself because I got a fucking duvet.
Oh, I have a duvet.
And I hate it so much.
You don't like it, Ashley?
What did you have before?
a comforter. A
Comforter.
They
normal
love
comforter.
comforters, and it makes no sense to me.
What do you mean?
It's 20. We're entering a new century. It's
Well, then
2020.
they should come up with a better
What
way
are
to
you
wash
talking
and
about?
I haven't
put
slept
it
in
on.
a comforter since like 2000.
You
Since
do.
I was
It's
probably, like, in
inside your
elementary school.
fucking duvet.
Yes,
Yeah.
Amanda, since elementary school.
Yeah.
You guys, a comforter is inside your duvet.
Okay, but you know what I'm saying? Without a duvet.
Yeah.
It's a
So,
cover.
Actually,
No,
you've
it's
been
a
sleeping.
cover. Yeah.
You've been sleeping with a comforter your whole life.
You guys know what I meant.
I don't like duvets. And what are we just revisiting
Okay,
this?
so we went to Crate and Barrel because we had a whole bunch of gift cards after our wedding, and we just wanted to like really figure out how to make our bedroom look nice, or our bed. And we saw one on like the showroom floor, and we were like, you know what? We'll just take whatever's on that. We're just gonna completely replicate that every day. And we had to get like 2 quilts and a duvet to do it. And I was like, I'm getting a duvet. Maybe it'll be better than last time. It's not better than last time.
how do you put it in? How do you put
I
the comforter in?
Spent
It's kind of a pain to put the
That's
cover
what
on.
I'm saying.
That's why my cleaning lady
My
does it
cleaners
for
do
me.
it too.
I
don't
see. They don't
fancy.
even try to do it.
Yeah,
themselves.
because
they
we're
don't.
doing life right.
Yeah. You just got to
God,
leave it
your
out
poor
for them.
cleaning ladies,
What do you
guys.
mean?
Or they'll
What
wash
do
it for
you
you.
mean? She gets paid so well.
Yeah.
I won't.
Yes, I pay double just to do the bed laundry.
Oh.
Yeah.
I hate bed laundry.
Just have 2 sets, and then when they come, they'll wash your one set, and they'll put the other one on.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you got to pay someone to do it.
Jared won't let me. That's the thing.
I know.
Like
Well,
I
then
want
Jared can
to.
do it.
Wait, what do you mean Jared won't let you?
He doesn't want me to get a cleaning lady. I think he thinks it's bougie. Like he does. He thinks it's bougie because
I
he never
think
grew
it's-
up in like a house that had.
Yeah.
Well, neither. It's not like I have one once a month for a
I
deep
know.
clean, and then I clean
Yeah,
every week.
I get it.
Yeah.
Mine come every week, but I have kids. I have kids. They
Yeah,
come
he
every
has kids.
Thursday.
I would do that too.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, I would do that.
I can't keep up.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we want to keep up with you so much. We need to catch up on with you.
Yes.
I think let's start off with the book.
Okay,
Because I haven't
cool.
talked to you at all. What is the book called? What is it about? I
It's
know you've talked
called-
about this at nauseam,
Yeah, I
but
know.
we want to talk to you about
Yeah.
it.
It's called Now Accepting Roses. And it's actually really crazy because I started writing it like over 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's been like a very long time, which is crazy that it's out now. But it's exciting. Have you guys read it at all?
I've read pieces of it.
Yeah.
And Jared read the entire shebang so far.
Thanks, Jared.
Yeah, I know.
Jared's a
He was
reader.
really preparing for his
Yeah.
interview with you.
That's so cute.
The other day, I went to a Jonas Brother concert and I raged. Okay, I drank and I never drink, and then I got sick.
Yeah, but you definitely had like a bug.
Okay, so I had a bug. I was living on Ashley's bathroom floor for about 48 hours, and when I finally came up from that toilet bowl, I said, I need a toothbrush. And that toothbrush that was there for me was Quip.
It's true. The Quip was there for you, and it had sensitive vibrations, and it had a built-in timer, so you can get that good, solid cleaning after all the barf.
Yep.
It guided along your gums.
But honestly,
with
what-
a gentle brush.
What really happened was amazing is that I had multiple heads because you get 3
Well,
you get refills.
You get
so
refills all the time.
I was like, take this one off, get a throw up head on there, and you get one for that gross one you never want to use again.
Never thought about how useful that is. It's true.
Yeah.
After I brush my teeth after I vom,
You don't want to use that again.
You never
so
want
you
to
get a
use it
refill.
again. I never did
I even
that,
throw my clothes out that I'm wearing then.
Yeah, because
why,
they're
really?
dirty.
I think
They're
the
yucky.
smell is permanent, I feel. But anyways, back to Quip. I love it because of the sleek, intuitive design, because it's simple to use, and it comes with a travel cap that doubles as a mirror mount. So useful. And these thoughtful features make brushing something you actually want to do twice a day. And good habits matter to live a healthier life. Let's be real. So help form fresh oral health habits with Quip.
Yeah, and I always love the mirror mount, and it's really good for traveling. And I know I've said it a zillion times, but I really like the way that it comes with a cap, so that way when you flush the toilet, you don't get any poopy germs on your bristles.
Poopy germs.
You can get Quip right now, and it starts at just $25, and you'll get your first refill for free at getquip.com/getit. That is GETQUIP.com/getit. It's a simple way to support our show, and buying a Quip not only supports us, but it supports your teeth. So go to getquip.com/getit and get your first refill for free. I want to know how your book is different from, like, say, Andy Dorfman's book, because it is.
I think, like Andy's book is more like it's more like her personal dating experience. Mine's kind of just like a dating self-help book / do's and don'ts of dating, and then also kind of my life. It's kind of just like a mix of everything. My life before the show, my experience on the show, and then kind of what I learned from it put into a self-help book.
What's like the number one dating do and dating don't that's in your book?
It's a lot of it is about ignoring red flags or not ignoring red flags.
Okay.
And I was actually just talking to someone about this because I was like, I wrote this book. It's all my advice. You know, like when it's super easy to give other people advice and I can tell people like, this is what I learned. But it's like funny because I still struggle with like taking that advice. And then I'm like, well, I feel like such a hypocrite because I wrote this book about it.
Yeah.
And then I still struggle with it. But then I'm like, okay, I wrote this book. I have to follow. It's like, pressure for me. I'm like, can't do this anymore.
That's good.
But it's also vulnerable, and I think that's the world, right? Is everyone gives out advice that they can't follow themselves.
Yeah, but it's good advice that you should follow, even if I can't always follow it. But I would say it's the biggest don't is don't ignore red flags. And then the biggest do would just be to be happy on your own and learn how to be comfortable being single.
That's so important.
This is totally your year then, to be following your book.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it's going to happen. I think it happens for everyone.
What was it like writing it? And when did you come up with the idea to write one?
So I came up with the idea like right after Ben's season, and originally I just wanted to write a book for single moms because I felt like there were so many single moms reaching out that were either in like scared to end relationships because they were scared to be a single mom, that said like I made them less scared to be a single mom, and I just thought that was cute because I had kind of been there before too. So I wanted to write a book kind of just geared towards single moms, and then over time it kind of just became a little bit of everything. So now I feel like it's kind of a book. There's something in there for everyone.
Look at how much story material you got since Ben's season.
I know.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Has there been an ex that's come after you about like what's in the book?
No.
No one has like texted you being like, I didn't appreciate it, blah, blah, blah.
No.
Oh, wow.
Or did you reach out to any of your exes and say like, hey, by the way, like you're going to be in this book?
Yeah. Did you give people warning?
So yeah, they knew that I was writing a book in advance. So it's like they had known for a long time. And then obviously like right when it was coming out, I was kind of like, oh shit, scared. But, scared of certain people more than others. But, I haven't heard from anyone.
Most fantastic.
Awesome. Yeah. For those people listening that haven't got the book yet, I'm sure a lot of them have already, but what are some of like the things from your personal life that you shared in the book that they're going to learn if they want to buy it?
So I talked a lot about my life before the show because it's something that I talked about it a little bit on Ben's season, but kind of like my childhood, and then like having kids super young, and my divorce and that, and like how I got on the show and all of that. So I think that's pretty interesting because it's something I never really talked about. And then obviously going through the show and my relationships on the show and those breakups and how it affected me, and then dating now in the real world.
What is it like dating as a single mom? Because I know we have a lot of listeners that are single moms. So when I go on a date, Amanda, I feel like a lot of women are like, okay, can I see this guy as my husband? But you have to kind of say, can I see my life with this person, but also can I see them as a father to my children?
Yeah.
Is that what you look for, or do you just keep it to what you want?
Okay, so I think dating as a single mom is obviously really hard, but I think dating in general is so hard. And
Amen.
I get that it's harder as a mom because, yes, you are looking for someone that will be good with your kids, but aren't you realistically looking for someone that's going to be good with kids either way if you want kids?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would say the biggest struggle of dating as a single mom is like finding the time because I don't want to bring guys around my kids. So it's like I have to find time. And I was actually just talking about this on another podcast, but like I will never get a babysitter for a first date ever. Maybe like later down the line, if I'm dating someone and we have something planned, I'll get a babysitter, but it's just really hard to find the time depending on what your schedule is. Some people have their kids full time that are single parents. Their dad still has them every other weekend. So like if I'm going to go on a date, that's my time. I'm on a very like restricted time.
I like that, but
limit.
That's perfect. You're not taking time out of kid time.
Right. I feel like since I've met you, you have a bajillion things going on. You have a fashion line. You have this book that just came out. You have other stuff coming down the line too, yeah?
Mainly just my clothing line and the book, but it's been like
children's
a lot.
clothes
and I have,
too, right?
Yeah. There's kids line.
Is that out yet?
It is. So it came out we launched in March. It was something I'd been working on for like a year before. It's actually my favorite project to work on because the girls kind of get to be a part of it and they get to help me design everything.
They're the models for all of it.
No, they're like my fit models.
Yeah.
And Kinsley is like fashionista. Like she is like, she tells me yes or no and I listen to her advice. Like it's actually funny how seriously I take her advice. But it's fun because they get to be a part of it. They say it's like our clothing line.
Oh my God, it's so cute.
It's really fun.
Also,
They're so funny.
Just an amazing clothing line. Like I have worn
everything
their stuff.
fits like so perfectly.
I always have a bone to pick with you because I always want that black bodysuit, and every time it gets restocked, it's out, and I'm so mad.
I'll get it for you.
The long sleeve one,
Yeah, I know.
I want
I
it
know.
so bad. But I'm so happy for you. That's incredible.
Thanks.
So, like, do you
been
have the
fun.
ideas and then you tell someone, like, you're just like, I really want this shirt to look like this, this, and this. So it's really you designing it?
Yes. So it's one thing that, like, first of all, I just hate it, but I will get crap for this. And I've actually been wanting to clarify. And I almost clarified it on Instagram, but I was like, I don't want to sound bitchy on my stories and like calling people out, but I'll clarify here for whoever's listening.
Perfect.
People will always be like, you don't have a degree in fashion. Like, you're not a fashion designer. But I do design each piece. It's not like I'm looking at a book of clothes and I just pick things. Like I actually am designing everything and then we get samples in. And if I see the sample and there's something I don't like or I want something to look a different way, I can fix it or change the color or whatever. But I obviously have a team of designers who went to school and know what they're doing that also are helping me.
That is also a ridiculous thing to say because we had Manny MUA on here the other day.
Yeah.
And he isn't a licensed makeup artist or anything, but he's making and selling palettes and all this amazing things. You don't need those degrees at all.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the YouTube community.
The entire,
the Vine community. They didn't go to Juilliard.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
People are outrageous.
I'm
oh my
just
God.
like, oh my God, because I'll get crap for it sometimes. So no, I did not go to FITM, but I do design every piece.
So like basically you like will sketch something out and then you'll send it to the designers who can like really make it into reality.
Yeah, or be like, I like this, but I want this to be like this and this.
Yeah.
Like
and
tweak
then,
stuff.
Exactly. And I pick each like color, I pick each fabric, and once we get the samples back, like there's been times where the sleeves are, you know, I love like the puffy sleeves.
Yeah,
they're
like so in this year.
I can like say the sleeve is like too puffy or not puffy enough, or I want to change the neckline, or I want to change the length, or whatever it is, and I change. So it's like it's like ultimately all up to me.
Yeah.
I'm all about a statement shoulder.
Yes.
How do you find inspo for your pieces? Sorry,
I mean, I feel like I have like a pretty distinct style.
Yeah, you do.
And I feel like most of my pieces are kind of like, you know, just based off of like trends that I like or things that I wear that make me feel good and I want to kind of like recreate it, or colors that I like. The holiday line, I really like the colors. I'll
When does
send
that
you
come
guys some
out?
stuff. It just came out yesterday.
Oh, damn.
I'll send you
Perfect.
guys.
See that on your
Yeah,
Instagram
I'll send
yet.
you stuff.
I wear your stuff to like movie premieres and like a new Hulu commercial I did with Chrissy Teigen. Like, I was like, what am I going to wear? My Lonnie stuff. Like, that's how much I like it.
Yay.
Where did the name come from?
Sexy and
Is that
feminine.
obvious? You just made it up.
Yeah. So we already had the whole line designed and like ready to go, and I didn't have a name yet. And I was trying to think of a million different things, and I just picked something that sounded good.
I like it. I see it. I like it.
Yeah.
There's really not one piece I haven't put on that I'm like, I'm
it's
taking
so
this.
pretty.
Really?
That one top with like the swoosh, and then it's like a little cut, and then the puffy.
The bodysuit?
Yeah, the body. I've worn it to everything I have to look cute to in the past like 2 weeks.
Jonas concert?
Yeah.
And then you have a chapter in your book where your fashion kind of meets, the book.
Yeah.
And that is a lot on packing.
Yes.
Teach us your packing ways.
Some trips I am more organized than others, especially these days. Like, I traveled so much this summer, I'd have like a day in between trips. So once again, I try to follow those rules as much as I can.
And you're not missing flights, yeah?
Did I tell you how I miss flights?
No, I just feel like you do a lot. Right? I'm always like checking your story. Like, let's see if Amanda made this flight. Like, literally, that's what I tune in for.
It's like 50-50. I've been better. But no, like, obviously, like, packing cubes makes such a difference.
I don't even know what a packing cube is.
You guys don't know?
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, on
dividers?
Amazon. Yeah, there's like, it's like a little, how do you describe it?
It's like, they're like little
netting.
bags. They're like zipper bags.
Yeah.
Like, and you can get one for shirts or one for whatever. Or you can get different size ones. But I like to organize my outfits that I'm going to wear before the trip.
Oh, that makes
and put each one in a different bag so you have them all planned.
Perfect.
Really
Yeah.
smart. Okay.
I wish I had
Anything
enough clothes
else?
that I
Tone it
liked.
down on shoes. You don't need as many shoes as you think.
Yeah.
Which,
See, that's my biggest
Yeah.
thing with packing because I don't want to wear the same
And you
shoes.
don't
So
need
I want to bring 15 different
pairs of
like
underwear.
sneakers, 2 heels, sandal. You know what I'm saying? There's all different kinds.
it depends like where you're going.
Yeah.
You know, because I struggle. It's like sometimes if you're going somewhere that's cold or you're going to be dressed up and relaxing, you need like multiple pairs of shoes. I mean, I've never wanted to tell someone not to bring more shoes, but you know.
Can I ask questions about your hair?
Yes.
What kind of extensions do you have?
I have the hand tied.
Do you go to
extensions.
Hair by Chrissy?
I do. So I switch it up because I love Chrissy, but she's in Arizona. So usually
I didn't even know that. I thought she was an OC.
she's opening a salon in LA.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Basic bitches, here we come. I love it.
Well, maybe you can work
Soon.
there.
I love it. I love it.
In West Hollywood, I think. So,
Oh, my
yeah.
I got to
for
reach out to
her.
her now because
Yes.
that's my aesthetic.
Yeah.
How many rows do you have?
Well, so this last time, so I went to a salon in Orange County. So my other girl, Kristen, she works at T Salon.
Okay.
And they both do like the same kind of extensions. So it's like I have two people to do my hair. I love them both.
Wait, what kind do you have? What are they called?
They're called hand tie.
Hand tie. What does
They're
that
like
mean?
beaded in.
They're
like
they're basically natural beaded rows,
Yes.
but there are many different ways of going about doing them. Everyone has their own kind of method, but
Is that what you have, Lauren?
yes,
I think they're the best ones.
they're the best ones. It looks so natural, and there's no pulling. It's perfect.
So I got my hair done yesterday.
It looks amazing. I just keep staring at it.
Your hair- oh,
She
amazing.
didn't have time to cut my hair yesterday, so I left and it's long. And I'm going back on Friday.
You want to go
I'm
up?
chopping it.
Oh,
You're
okay.
gonna chop it?
I kind of love how
Yeah.
blunt that is and how long it is. But
I don't like the long. It's too much.
Your hair
I don't even. I
always
think it's
looks
been.
that's the
longer,
beauty
though.
of these extensions,
has,
guys.
yeah.
You can have like them put in based on however short you want your hair for a month. You know?
Yeah.
Literally,
keep both ways.
every time Amanda posts a photo, I like stare at the hair for 10
It's
seconds.
amazing.
Really?
I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
You just have it down because even when people have a lot of hair and it's thick and voluminous, I feel like they don't know how to bring it out for the photo, you know? And yours is just like a Tresemme commercial.
The
know how
trick
you
is
do
you
it.
got to like play with your hair in the photo. And
Yeah,
then
I
it, like,
know. You always have
moves.
to have it out. Like,
Yeah.
Ashley, wait, you do always do that in your photos.
I don't
Even
know
if
what
it's
it is.
one strand,
strand.
she's lifting it.
It just like makes it.
I need
Pulls,
to go
I
back
think
and
it's
look.
like a cheekbone thing too. For some reason, I think like it sends out. I have no idea.
I think
I'm just
so
making
too.
this
Do you
up.
have
Wait, what are
anything
some
to
other
say?
tips,
Because I have
guys?
tips. I literally YouTube the other day how to take a good Instagram photo. I watched a couple videos and it was embarrassing.
I do want
Any
you to get
tips
to that
from-
because I want her to give her tips. But first, I want to ask like what her daily routine is, since she looks so put together all the time. And you
Yeah,
are,
do you
like,
ever not wear
you're
makeup?
definitely that girl who like gets ready every day, and I admire that, and I wish I could be.
Oh my God. It's like so not true.
Really?
Wait,
Did you
yes.
not do Instagram content those days then?
I mean, first of all, I feel like I did really well in the summer because I was traveling and I feel like I was posting a lot. But since I've been home, I like I went like a week without posting anything.
That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice to do that. I find myself when I have less to do, I find myself posting more, which is probably the opposite. It's because I think a lot of the times when I don't post a lot of work because I feel like it's showy and I don't know. I don't like to post work. So I feel like I have more like free flowing thoughts and I'm a little bit more creative when I'm not in a work mode.
Totally
But
agree.
how do you look thin and good in a picture?
You gotta get the tall angle down because I'm like 5'4", but it's either one extreme or the other. Actually, sometimes I'll meet people. They're like, I thought you were like 5'9". But sometimes I'll meet people and they're like, you're taller than I thought. So I guess it just depends. But you got to get that like tall angle down.
What is the tall
You
angle?
think I'm taller than
I'm
people think?
5'2". Everyone thinks Kim Kardashian's way taller than me. She's like 5'2".
Yeah.
So how do you do it?
I mean, I don't know. Well, you said I'm taller in person.
5'4". I think most people look at Amanda and think like she's petite, but that's like pretty darn average. That's like smack average.
Yeah, I think if you was smaller.
So the tall angle is like you got to point the camera lens like upward a little bit, so it makes your legs look longer.
Oh, okay.
So the person taking the photo is doing it below and pointing it up?
Yeah, but not too much because then you look like it's like double chin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
You got to have someone you trust to do
And
this.
then also just like take a million photos. Just like don't stop tapping it and like move, and then you're bound to find one that you like. That's kind of my trick.
What about live photos? Because the live ones give you lots of options.
I love live.
Yeah.
But the only thing is the quality on live
That's
isn't
what I'm
as good.
saying. The quality's less, but you have more options.
I've never done that. It feels like a lot of work.
I'm
Like,
gonna
what are
turn
you, an
them on.
archaeologist? Like trying to find it? Like, who has time for that?
Yeah.
I want to go back to your daily routine though. So you really don't. There are days where like you just don't do makeup and hair.
I like roll out of bed every morning when I take the girls to school, and I go as long as I can without washing my hair.
See, also another great thing about these extensions, man, is that you wake up. You wake up looking like you have perfect hair no matter what, you know, and you actually have to wash your hair less with them. So you always have great hair when you roll out of bed, and also her face. So,
but why is that? Like you genuinely have to style it less, Lauren?
you have to stylist the waves stay in the
They stay.
extensions.
They stay in.
Yeah.
Yeah, for like a week.
Wow, that's really nice.
To be honest, like you think I get ready like there's some like I don't even brush my hair every day.
See,
Sometimes
Brush
I
my
just
hair once a week.
yeah,
I don't brush it
Lauren
often.
says that I'm getting what kind of alopecia?
traction alopecia.
Which means I just have my hair up too much.
She's wearing her hair out too much. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, you can't
I
do
love
like
your
the
hair down,
You
Ashley.
can't do that.
Ashley, you don't have alopecia. Don't tell her that, Lauren.
I'm trying to help her. I'm just like, put your hair down. My
I know,
mom
I
tells
just
me
took-
every
I
day,
just
don't
took
wear
it
buns.
down here.
Low
I just
ponies.
took it
Yeah.
down.
You are to her like I am to my sister.
See? Yes. I'm just trying to help.
I always she cut her hair. I was like, Carissa. No, you didn't.
I miss Carissa. She has her own Instagram of her own that's really popping off.
Wait,
Yeah.
I didn't even know you had a sister.
Brocky
honestly.
Your
Yeah,
Body.
Brocky
She
Your
is
Body.
a chef extraordinaire. Do you follow her,
Yes, I
Ashley?
do.
Oh, the food
She's-
looks so good always.
She's such a good cook.
She's a healthy food cook that like cooks things that you would actually like want.
Wow.
Like she makes healthy Crunch Wrap Supreme.
Is she married too? Or married? No.
She was engaged, not anymore. She's actually moving to LA, and so we just moved out of her place. And so my sister was moving up here, and I'm up here all the time, but I can't move here because of the kids, and I just can't be here full time. But we actually got a place together, or we're getting a place together.
That's so exciting.
Yeah, so now we'll be up here.
Oh,
so we'll come
good. That's
hang
so
out.
fun.
Yeah,
I love
so now I'll have a
that.
place here and in Orange County, which will be really nice.
Oh, so I get to
Brock
see
Your
you
Body.
more. Brocky Your Body.
Yes.
Wow, that looks delicious.
How do you spell it? BRO.
BRCC?
BR
BROCC, your body.
Yeah, she's like killing it on
She's
Instagram.
so killing it. I want to ask you about social media and Instagram. I have a love-hate relationship with it. How do you feel about it and your decision behind like letting your kids have their own, or just Kinsley has an IG, right?
They both do, but I run it. And then Kins is like getting to the age where some people that she's friends with at school that are like a little older than her, like our neighbors and stuff, are starting to have Instagram pages. But I mean, it honestly scares me just because, I mean, you guys know too, like you see so many people that you know on Instagram and like everything just looks so perfect all the time. And aside from that, I think, especially with people saying like they're being real, but nobody's like fully being really
Yeah,
real.
you literally are picking the real that you're showing.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I mean, I definitely, and I think from being on my side of things, I'm even a little more worried than most parents would be, just because they know. But I think it can be a good thing also. Mm-hmm. But I would say, and I hate to be negative, but I almost feel like the negative is greater than the positive lately.
Yeah.
Why is that? Have you been getting a lot of like
there's like hate on there, and I worry too, especially in high school and stuff with bullies, like making fake Instagrams and stuff
so
like
bad.
because I get most of my hate is from like fake Instagram pages.
Yeah, ones that have no posts.
Yeah.
That's so really, guys?
Yeah.
So is it
just
just
makes
random
me
people
sad.
making an account just to hate and they don't want to do it from their own?
It's confusing because, like, obviously it must be people you don't know, or is it people you know who
I
are
don't know.
making these?
Maybe I think it's people we don't know.
Oh,
I
why
would
would
hate to think
why
it's
would they
somebody
make
that I
fake
know.
ones to do that?
because they don't want someone to call their real account out, maybe.
They're probably just spewing hate on everybody's profiles.
That
They're
is
just not
so
posting.
crazy. These people exist out there.
Yeah.
So crazy.
But it worries me, like when they're in school, like people being mean. I feel like it's like an outlet to like bully people on. Also can be a good thing, but that worries me.
I mean, it's going to happen no matter what.
So
know?
how do you manage that with your kids? Do you like have a certain amount of time or?
Well, they don't have I run their Instagrams now,
Right,
so
so they
they're
don't
not
have
on it.
access
But
to it.
one thing I would have said with the whole I don't get it thing is TikTok.
I
God.
don't understand what it is. Isn't even.
They're
It's
obsessed.
something we're not going to understand as people.
What do
who
they
are
watch
above
on there?
20 years old.
It's the next
this
big
is
thing.
this is like the big thing we're realizing that we're old because
Yeah.
it's like the first big app that we like just don't understand.
Yeah, we just
and that
don't-
we're
and
not
we're
wanting
not
to
gonna
download.
understand.
We
Yeah.
don't want to do it.
Yeah.
It's just people dancing, right, and singing.
It's just funny videos. And I think it's, what's funny when we had our Instagram podcast, remember when the guy came on
Yeah.
from Mashable?
He said it was everything.
Yeah. Well, he was saying that Instagram is really for people our age. And we love like those beautiful photos with the beautiful backdrops and really like this fake sort of life being portrayed.
Yeah.
And TikTok is the opposite. It's like people with no makeup on. It's kind of like Vine, making funny videos, dancing, singing along to things. And so it's kind of the opposite. So which is interesting.
Yeah.
So
my kids love it.
So it makes me think, is the world, veering away
It's just like
from like,
Vine,
you know what
though.
I'm saying? Like all these curated Instagram accounts.
I will say I feel like Instagram isn't as curated as it was a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
No, a year and a half ago it was like just people in
Ridiculous.
Paris under the Eiffel Tower.
With like holding bouquets of flowers walking down the
And a
street.
bag.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, people
Yeah.
are realizing that's a little old.
Like so staged.
Yeah.
Definitely. I've been the past 2 months even, I've been like, oh, it's not a perfect picture. Well, it makes me happy, so I'm going to throw it up.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like that picture of Lois I posted yesterday. I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But it
Lois's anniversary.
It was the 1 year anniversary of me adopting Lois, and there's certain things like in Amanda and my situation, it's like sometimes a photo is not going to do well, and you're like, well, why would I post this if it's not going to do well? And like recently, as of the past 2 months, I've been like, oh fuck, if it doesn't do well, I don't really care. I like this picture.
Yeah. Oh, I
Good,
try.
That's great.
I need to start.
I try
doing that.
way less hard
I
now than I used to.
everything that goes up there.
Really?
So.
I feel like it's good to just post whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
It is crazy what gets a lot of likes and what doesn't, though. It's never the stuff that I really care about.
Yeah, I'm always surprised people obviously like my kids more than me, so I feel like that's just the way to go.
So it's always more likes for the
Yeah.
kids.
Well, it's definitely a Jade and Tanner situation too. It's like any
Yeah.
picture with the kids just blows
Really?
up.
What about
but then
the
I just
dog?
post me all the time, so it's like shows how much I care about likes.
Wait, how's your dog, Amanda?
She's good. So she's been staying at my parents because in Laguna we couldn't have her. We had like an open backyard, and I was going to get an invisible fence installed, but I just didn't trust it because we were up in the mountains and there's
That's what I was going to say.
coyotes and
Don't risk
stuff.
it.
You can't go
that's
out there.
scary.
No.
But now that we're looking for another place, I'm trying to find a place with like a yard that's fenced in.
Like high, secure fences.
Yes.
Fuck those
Yeah.
coyotes. Because
She has
coyotes
to
can
be
jump,
outside.
by the way. They can jump really high.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
So
crazy.
scary.
They can?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think that your
Like
fenced-in backyard is
kangaroos?
okay, but it's
Yeah,
not.
no, higher than kangaroos.
Oh my, what?
That's
Yeah.
insane. I
They
don't
can,
think my
like,
dad's going to give her back though.
I
Yeah,
bet.
that's
That's what
yeah.
happened to us.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when we gave them Ethel, actually, I did. I said, you're going to keep her for the next 4 weeks between Thanksgiving and the New Year. And then I'm going to take her back to LA. But we had so much travel. And then I was like, okay, it's time to bring Ethel back. And they're like, no fucking way.
No fucking
Yeah.
way.
And my dad's the one that like didn't want her, and now he's like obsessed.
That's how every dad is.
yeah.
My dad, when we first got Lucy, he was like never a dog person. He was like, whatever, it's for the kids. And then
Yeah.
at the end of her life, he was calling her his second wife.
No.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Speaking of wife, one of our friends got married recently.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yes.
you were at Lauren B's wedding.
It was so
What can you
cute.
share with us? Because I'm sure she wants to, share on her own accord. But what can you tell us about it?
Yeah. It was the cutest. I feel like they put it together pretty fast. Obviously, they hadn't been
4
engaged for
months.
that long, but it was like exactly how I would picture Lauren's wedding. Like, I feel like she just wanted something simple. She's not one of those girls that needs to go like over the top
She
with
wasn't
everything.
like my wedding.
Your wedding was like beautiful though.
Thank you.
I feel like I'd be somewhere in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also feel like I'm probably never gonna have a wedding, so it's fine. But it was very simple, super cute. Her and Chris are so in love, and it was cute because normally you go to weddings where people have been like together for 6-7 years.
Yeah.
Like they're still in like the honeymoon phase, so they were just like can't keep their hands off each other. So it was like really, really sweet.
Right.
That's nice. That's why you shouldn't wait too long, or
Well,
else
they
it's just
say-
like a routine.
Yeah, there's like certain debates on that, and I think some people think that you should get married in that honeymoon phase, but then some people think that you need to
Your
let it
endorphins
die
need
in
to
order.
You
fall.
get married wherever the fuck you want to
That's
get married.
true.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, I don't care.
Did Lauren have bridesmaids, or was it just everyone? She kept it real, real simple.
She just had her sister Molly. It was her maid of honor, and then Chris had his brother, and that was it.
Okay, that's what
Yeah.
Lauren wants to do. If she,
I think
it's a good idea because my wedding's gonna be 4 people anyway.
Yeah. Nice.
But yeah, it was really
Yay.
cute.
How are the
Yay.
twins?
yeah, that was the first time you guys saw each other for a while, right?
For a while, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
they're like the same as ever.
So cute.
The best.
So cute.
Yeah.
Their
I
photos
wish-
on Instagram. Speaking just of Instagram. They're like, they're just looking so good.
They're so fucking hot. I miss
Yeah.
them
Same
so
thing.
much. I miss them so much.
Jaxa swears that they are aliens that have come down to Earth to save us. I'm not even kidding you.
It's so
He
true.
says they're here to help us through hard times and stuff because they're so beautiful and nice at the same time.
And hilarious.
Yeah, and hilarious.
I just
They
want
are.
them to move in with me.
Yeah.
Because they make me happy.
Yeah.
They bring so much joy, like
They
in,
do.
in a room that has like low energy. Yeah.
They're so funny.
Didn't Emily move here for like 6 weeks and she hated
That was
it?
Haley.
Oh, it was
Haley.
Haley.
Yeah.
Wait,
but now Haley lives with Emily. They live in a big house in Vegas, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Yeah.
With a doggy.
With Emily's boyfriend.
Oh,
I haven't
with
met
Emily's
him.
wait,
Wait,
is
did you
I
get to
haven't
meet
met
him?
him. No, he wasn't at the wedding. I've never met him either.
Oh, man.
But she says he's the best guy in the entire world, and he seems really sweet. She's super happy.
I want to
Yeah.
meet him
So-
so
I think
bad.
she finally found him.
Wait,
Yeah.
isn't that funny that they're living together with Emily's boyfriend?
Well,
Just like
that's
Lauren
like you,
did with
Lauren.
Yeah.
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 So funny.
I want to
Yeah.
move back in.
I know.
Do you really, Lauren?
Lauren
Yeah.
has been sad lately.
Really? Aren't you always over for dinner and stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she comes over for dinner, but then she doesn't want to go. Which
I don't
is
want
so
to go.
See
Like,
what
why
it's
would I
like
leave?
living alone?
Yeah.
It's the fucking worst.
You don't want to
It's
just
the
like
best
drive.
in the worst.
That's why I'm not even moved in here. I'm never going to move in here. I'm just going to move out in 6 months.
No, you're not. Where are you going to go?
Oh, who knows where the world will take me?
no.
Lauren's in the
I don't know. It's in
Lauren's in the sad
retrograde. I don't make plans in retrograde.
I'm
Yeah,
going to
don't
come to
do
Lauren's
it.
house. It's all empty.
I know,
She's just
right?
gone.
Bye.
Wait, speaking of sad phases, Amanda, you just posted, and I was looking at your Instagram before you came in here, and you said that you haven't been feeling yourself the past couple days or weeks.
Yes.
Why?
I think part of it has to do with Mercury in retrograde, which I'm blaming everything on. Wait, I have to show you guys this meme later. And
As you
it's like,
should.
it is literally me. I blame everything on that. But I think we just moved out of our house.
Yeah.
So we're,
Oh, you just moved out of the house.
yeah,
Oh,
which
the
was like,
Laguna house? Because you were only planning on staying there for a little while, right?
well, we were supposed to stay till March.
Oh.
That's when our lease was up. But we were just having so many issues with the house. Like ever since we moved in, we had leaks and mold and construction and just all this stuff. And it just wasn't worth it anymore.
The house you buy is the house you fix.
Yes. So, I mean, thank God we didn't buy it. But, so we moved out and it was like super suddenly that we just kind of had to move out. And so, we were like trying to find a new
Are
place
you with your mom or
and
dad right now?
staying at my parents for the next week. And then, I'm moving. I'm actually going to Paris next week with Andy.
Oh
my
fun.
God.
Yeah.
Just for fun? Or?
Just for fun. We needed a girls' trip. So then as soon as I get back, I'm moving into my new place. And then I got that place in LA with my sister. But it's just been like very stressful and other things that I've just been little down, but I'm doing okay.
Well, that's so great. Paris
Yeah.
is amazing in November
I'm so
because a
excited.
lot of people aren't there. I feel like everyone goes. I went last year in November. So
Really?
good. Yeah.
It's supposed
how
to
did-
rain.
You and Andy got so close.
Yeah,
in
I
the
want to
last-
talk about your friendship
Can
with
I?
Andy.
Yeah. Can we hear that story? Because I've never heard it. Yeah.
Andy and I talk on the phone every single day. So she called.
Really?
Yeah, she called me today, and she's like, "I was just calling you because I feel like I hadn't talked to you in days." She's like, "I'm pretty sure it's just been since this morning."
Oh, that's so cute.
But it's funny because like when we first met was like right when I had broken up with Josh, and I think people assumed that we just like got close because we like hated him or something, and that wasn't the case at all. Because we met up in New York, and it was like we got lunch or we got dinner or drinks or something somewhere. And we like really never talked again after that. Like it was just kind of like a one-time thing. We met up and talked. And then it wasn't until later that we started like really getting closer. And at that point, like neither of us cared about him. We never even talked about him. So I would say we probably got really close in like the last year.
She is the most intimidating woman I've ever met.
She's just very confident.
She's
Yes.
super confident and so whip smart. Like
Yeah.
she will beat you in a debate.
Yeah.
But Andy is a lot more sensitive than people think.
I
That's
would
what
never
she-
know that.
Yes.
Oh yeah, when we had like this trip together once, and she was like, "I seem so tough on the outside, but you have no idea how much of a mush I am and how sensitive."
She's the Charlize Theron of the Bachelor franchise.
Yeah.
I feel like Charlize is like very intimidating to me.
yeah, she is.
Just wanted to
Yeah.
say
And,
that.
like she's probably just super nice.
But yeah, she's so Charlize is like no one
Yeah.
will date me. Everyone thinks I'm so intimidating.
That's true.
She's
Yeah,
like it sucks. She's like guys literally won't date me. Isn't that crazy?
But that's also like she commented and like geeked out on Jared and my Instagrams last year.
Aw.
And
Charlize
I
Theron.
was, and I was like, I can never imagine the Charlize Theron that I watch on screen geeking out over anything and fangirling.
Yeah.
So like it definitely humanizes her and makes you
Yeah.
think that there must be another side.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Andy's scary, but also
She's like actually very down to earth.
Like, I
no,
want
but
to be
very
Andy.
sensitive.
Like I would like love an ounce of Andyism.
Yeah.
but
the only time I ever met Andy was in
yeah, in Canada, Yeah.
which is weird. We had like a full day together, and I would just assume that she would like say hi and then not talk to me because I'm like not one of you guys. And then she was like just talking to me the whole time. I'm like, does she want to talk to me? Because she's talking to me. She's very nice, very scary, very nice.
very scary, very nice.
But no,
Yeah.
she's awesome. Yeah,
She's a badass.
Yeah, she's actually like the best friend too. Like I tell her everything and she like listens to me. Well, we listen to each other. But whenever I ask her for advice, she's always like, "Okay, well, do you want me to tell you what you want to hear or do you want me to tell you the truth?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "The truth."
Aw,
That's super cute.
I
Yeah.
love that.
All right, well, give us your plugs. Tell us what you need to put out there. The Lonnie the Label can be found at
Lonnie the Label's at LonnieTheLabel.com. It's LANI the Label. And then you can find my book, Now Accepting Roses, at any major book retailer.
Do you suggest I'm getting on Amazon, or do you like making money?
Why does
I mean,
Amazon take
It
so
takes
much of it?
50%.
Yeah, you can order on Amazon if you want, or you can order on, they also sell it at Barnes & Noble, Indigo Books, and literally any bookstore. Anywhere you can buy a book.
Cool.
So
Yay.
All
Amanda,
right.
thanks
Thank
for coming.
you.
Thanks for
So good
having me.
you.
So great having
I
you.
want to do
love
this
you.
every day.
Follow the I Don't Get It podcast Instagram page, guys, and we love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
This podcast is brought to you by Wave Podcast Network. Check out all of our shows, including the Brain Candy Podcast, I Don't Get It, Coffee Convos, and Let's Talk About It.